Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. I am finally home after the feast. Yes, it's obviously past my bedtime. It's already Sunday morning, so I figured might as well get these two things out of the way, and I'll probably do the card checks, money cards. I don't care if I have to stay up to 3 in the morning to do them. So, and besides, I got Sundays off as always, so it's no big deal, right? And so I figured I'd get everything done. So I've already taken my shower, so it's like no big deal, right? So we got a lot of ground to cover, folks, and I mean serious ground to cover, and we have a lot of stuff coming up this week. And is all I'm going to say on this matter. There's a lot of stuff going down. A lot of stuff as I speak right now. The Roadside Shenanigans of 1999 episode 5 is getting put up right now, uploaded as I speak. About being part of the Portuguese feast, and it's my first trip this year. Unbelievable, and I'm going back there tomorrow. Well, technically today, but whatever. Okay, then. So we'll talk about what happened on AEW Collision, which I hosted for Jordy Scow while he was there. The two title matches, participants in the match of the Real World Champ CM Punk and Ricky Starks, both cut promos on each other. FTR, Big Bill, and Brian Cage cut promos. The AEW Tag Team titles were on the line. FTR versus Big Bill and Brian Cage. And I said, if Big Bill and Brian Cage win the belts, will Big Bill be part of Mogul Embassy? Well, FTR did retain the titles thanks to a big rig on Brian Cage. And then FTR grabs the microphones, addresses the Young Bucks for a match at All In. So we'll see how the Young Bucks respond to that. Tony Schiavone interviewed the BGC, how Jay White's going to deal with Metalik. First it was Juice Robinson talking to Tony Schiavone, then Jay White comes in and says something about Metalik, and then the Guns came out with their own headset making fun of Tony Schiavone, and then all 4 members were kind of picking on the poor guy. Oh my goodness. The TBS Championship was on the line. Chris Statlander defending against Mercedes Martinez. This was a heck of a matchup, though. It was an even matchup, even Steven, and ended up picking up the victory was Statlander, but then Mercedes Martinez decided to attack Statlander from behind after the matchup, and then Diamante got involved in thinking that Diamante would stand up for Statlander. No, she jumped on Statlander, and both women started stomping her until Willow Nightingale came out to chase them off. So, and that leads to a tag match next week as Mercedes Martinez and Diamante versus Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale. That'll be a heck of a matchup for sure. And Tony Schiavone interviewed the lovely, the gorgeous, the curvaceous, and babylicious Toni Storm, who was very upset that she lost the title to Hikaru Shida. And rightfully so, but hey, she tried cheating and it didn't work. So, but I love Toni Storm and I love Hikaru Shida. They're my favorite girls in AEW, along with Harley Cameron. I'll get to her because she was also on the card. So I was very, very happy. Hikaru Shida won, but I'm very sad that Toni Storm lost. So I think Toni Storm, who looks more gorgeous without them crazy pigtails of hers, but has the Marilyn Monroe look. And I'll tell you one thing, I think Toni Storm is going to add another layer to her emotions and all that, to her character. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this is done. And then Samoa Joe versus Serpentico, and the TV title was on the line, I think. But Sweet Tooth did not. If you don't get that reference, he plays Sweet Tooth in the Twisted Metal movie on Peacock. Well, he beat Serpentico within seconds, a quickie, you know. So Samoa Joe addresses the Greenville crowd, and I think he wants a match against CM Punk at All In. Seems like a challenge has been issued around for All In, trying to get the card together. Andrade El Idolo addresses the House of Black after they messed with his mask, and now that he got it back, who knows what is going through the mind of Andrade El Idolo. That's for sure. Tony Schiavone interviewed the Acclaim. They were concerned about Billy Gunn, and Anthony Bowens expresses how much the Acclaim loved Billy Gunn. So there's that. And the trios title was on the line. The House of Black in an open house match. House of Black versus the team of Darius Martin, Action Andretti, and Big Shotty Lee Johnson. Since the dealer's choice, and the dealer's choice fell upon Julia Hart being banned from ringside. But despite that, the House of Black did end up retaining their trios titles. And then Tony Schiavone interviewed Powerhouse Will Hobbs until QT Marshall and the lovely, gorgeous, capacious, delicious Harley Cameron interrupted him and convinced him, with a necklace and an opportunity. And he said, "I don't need your help, but thanks for the gold anyways." And QT Marshall and Harley Cameron had a frightened look on their faces. Let's see what happens then. And then Tony Schiavone interviewed Luchasaurus and Christian Cage, and Christian Cage got a random kid, and go find your mother. Security, she's not, out. I was like, "Can I have your title?" Listen, I'm the champion. No, you're not, Christian Cage. Secondly, Luchasaurus is the champion. You're holding the belt. Christian Cage acts like a total little kid sometimes. Unbelievable. Anyways, Metalik versus Jay White, and the Guns would join in commentary. And Juice Robinson gets involved in the match, but Jay White did pick up the victory over Grand Metalik. Meanwhile, Anna Jay cut a promo on Hikaru Shida. Says, she faced Hikaru Shida twice and beat them, and she beat Anna Jay, but she says, "This time around, you're the world champion, and I'm going to take your title." And that's what's coming up on Dynamite this Wednesday. Hikaru Shida, for her first title defense in her second reign, will be against Jericho Appreciation Society, Anna Jay. Anna Jay's got a lot on her plate. And so Jim Ross joins on commentary with Ricky Steamboat, introduced as the special guest enforcer, and gave Jim Ross a hug. And the Real World title, CM Punk versus Ricky Starks. The match was great until Ricky Starks attempted to make a pin, putting his foot on the ropes, and Ricky Steamboat put a stop to that. But then CM Punk took advantage of the situation where Starks was stunned at Ricky Steamboat and ended up pinning Ricky Starks. And then Ricky Starks responded by pushing CM Punk out of the ring, attacking Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, grabbing the belt that Steamboat wore and started beating him with it until CM Punk chased him off with a chair, and he checked on the Dragon. Well, that's all the time we have on episode 769 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Up next, episode 770, SummerSlam results. I will see you then. Until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget production, and in association with A Sweet Bowl for Raving Dingleberries Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.